Welcome back. We are on the topic percentages. In the previous video, we solved a practical problem involving depreciation. In this video, we are going to solve another practical problem involving depreciation. The problem is the value of a car depreciates by 20% of its value in the first year. In the subsequent years, the depreciation is 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. The value of the car when new is 5,400 Ghana cedis. Find the value of the car at the end of the I first year, II third year. So we are being told that the value of the car when new is 5,400 Ghana cedis. And it depreciates by 20% of its value in the first year, and in the subsequent years the depreciation is 10%. What this means is that at the end of the first year the value of the car will reduce by 20%, but for the subsequent years, that is the second, the third, the fourth, and the years that follows, the value of the car will reduce by 10%. So the value of the car will reduce by 20% at the end of the first year. Then at the end of the second year, the third year, the fourth year, and so on, the value of the car will reduce by 10%. The question is asking us to find the value of the car at the end of the first year and the value of the car at the end of the third year. Let's begin with the first part, the value of the car at the end of the first year. The current value of the car is 5,400 Ghana cedis. The question told us that the value of the car depreciates by 20% of its value in the first year. So it means that in the first year or after the first year, the value of the car will reduce by 20%. We have learned that if the value of an article depreciates by X%, then the new value of the article is equal to 100 minus X divided by 100 times the current value. It means that after the first year, the new value of the car is going to be equal to 100 minus the rate of depreciation, which is 20%, so X is 20, divided by 100 times the current value of the car, which in this case is 5,400 Ghana cedis. So after the first year, the value of the car is equal to 80 divided by 100 times 5,400 Ghana cedis. And this will give us 4,320 Ghana cedis. So after the first year, or the value of the car after the first year is 4,320 Ghana cedis. The question goes on to tell us that in the subsequent years, the depreciation is 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. We have calculated for the value of the car after the first year and we got 4,320 Ghana cedis. What this statement means is that at the end of the second year, we are going to reduce this value here by 10%. For the first year, we reduce it by 20%, but for the second year and the years that follows it, we are going to reduce the value by 10%. So here, if we want the value of the car after the second year, is going to be 100 minus the new rate of depreciation, which is 10 divided by 100 times the value of the car after the first year, because that is the current value of the car. So this is going to give us 100 minus 10 is 90, so 90 divided by 100 times the value after the first year, which is 4,320 Ghana cedis. So 90 divided by 100 times 4,320 Ghana cedis is 3,888 Ghana cedis. So the value of the car after the second year is 3,888 Ghana cedis. The question told us to calculate for the value of the car after the third year. We now have the value of the car after the second year. So it means that the current value of the car is 3,888 Ghana cedis. We want the value of the car after the third year. We know that the value of the car after the third year is going to be 100 minus the rate of depreciation, which is now 10, divided by 100 times the value of the car after the second year, which is the current value that we have. And this will give us 90 divided by 100 times the value of the car after the second year is 3,888 Ghana cedis. So 90 divided by 100 times 3,888 Ghana cedis. And this will give us 3,499 Ghana cedis, 20 pesos. So the value of the car after the third year is 3,499 Ghana cedis, 20 pesos. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel for more videos by clicking on the red subscribe button that you see. In the next video, we are going to consider another application of percentages known as profit and loss. We will learn more about profit and loss and how to solve practical problems involving profit and loss. Bye-bye.